Hello, testing, testing. Just checking that the audio is good on the stream. I'm going to be doing a very relaxed stream today because I'm going to be in a bit more of a creative mode, which means full concentration, or at least as much concentration as I can achieve in the half hour that I'm going to be doing this. So it is day 3 of my 7-day streaming challenge that I've set for myself. And I'm happy to be here. I'm super glad that I'm doing this and I'm committing to doing something that I think is going to be great for me in the long run, which is basically just streaming and getting used to producing content and getting things out into the world. And it's really great to be doing this after consuming content all my life. It's really different to be actually creating it now, so I am glad to be here. But for most of the stream, I want to be in a focus mode, so I will be speaking now and then, but with less intensity than I have been in the past few streams this week. So Now, one thing I'm really trying to focus on while I'm doing this is just trying to design in some really good shapes. So, since my stream last night, I've tried my best to keep my shapes simple, using only these straight C or S curves. And I hope I try and do that justice because that's what's going to help readability when these illustrations go online. And that is going to be fantastic. That's what's going to help. Oh, thanks for the follow. Title pending. Really appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a lovely day. Or if you've still got the day ahead of you, I hope you have a enjoyable rest of the day. Right. And the idea that I want to get across here is that Robert Frost definitely intended for this poem to be a kind of a comedy piece. He didn't intend it to be any kind of masterpiece to be studied by students of the arts or anything like that, as some shining example of some pure form of poetry. No, indeed. So I want to set up the next scene here by having the characters already set up in the bottom here. The audience members just looking up at him in awe. And here's our, whoops, Mr. Robert Frost. Anyhow, I'm just in the sketching phase, so I really don't need to do any detail in any of this right now. And again, I'm literally just sketching, I'm not creating any masterpieces, and I'm not creating any kind of detail at the moment. I just want to get a feel for what the panel might look like, and then fill in all the detail later. So, So I'm just trying to get the right pose. Here's his center of gravity, so his leg is going to have to go back here or something like that. And he's leaning back trying to whisper to a friend, saying, what is up with these college kids? And he's just whispering. But his expression is kind of like suspicious. He's wondering. Like, what is with these college students? I would even stretch that even more. To show the underside of his face. Because his neck's up there like that, and his hair is kind of back here. Because he's tilted his face up that way. What is with these college students? I need to push that chest a bit forward a bit there. So what I need to do is bring all of this forward a little bit more. If his chest is there, then his entire way would be like that. That will go behind him. And he'll have a bent knee. Because he's like leaning in, trying to take one step away from the microphone. What is with these college students? Yeah, and I will exaggerate that pose a little bit more in the final, but I'm kind of just getting the gist of it here. Just get a bit of the body language. So him kind of again, in this sketching stage, I don't really care about the cleanliness of the lines, just that the pose is readable, and hopefully it is in this case. I don't think it is readable enough, so what I will do is move that aside, start again, and just work on the actual pose. So this. Really exaggerate that pose. I'm liking that a lot more. And I'm going to get rid of that C curve there and turn that into a more a curve like that. So he's really leaning in there, putting his head right out there, exaggerating that pose to really communicate the fact that he's, stretching away, trying to distance himself from the crowd because he doesn't know what they find amusing in his little poem. That mouth needs to be something like that. Yeah, I'm going to ditch the tilted head in here and just have him turning away. Again, really really sketchy lines here. I'm literally just getting the gesture of what he's going to be doing in this. I'm not interested in getting any correctness in there, just the gesture and figuring out whether that is good enough to tell the audience or the reader. What is he doing? And of course, the stand-up mic is going to be here. Whatever, it looks a bit like a baguette. And then the audience members going like so profound. Another one here, swooning. What's going on? I'm on my eraser tool, that's why. Another here, swooning. Hand on his heart. Another here with his head stuck out. With his fingers like this. So profound. Now I'm looking at my own hand here to get reference for that other hand in the distance, so we're gonna see a lot more of the other fingers like this. The small, yeah, something like that. I'll just leave it there for reference while I reproduce it here. I'm not going to be bothered. So profound. Cool. And so, more than 100 years on, I'm just going to have a picture of me reading a book because that's easiest. The book. And I do want to make a reference to the actual poem itself. So I'm going to have two different parts here. Something like that. Look, I'll have the little performer smaller? Or maybe just on a different layer. But then I will want to have the two parts in distance to kind of represent, you know, the whole reason that I'm writing about this. It's because I'm kind of at a crossroads myself, and in my career and also in my living situation, I'm kind of just, you know, deciding what I want to do. And it's exciting. There's always paths, and we're always choosing, which is what I think the poem intended to be about. And then a straight path. With a little city silhouette seen in the background. Yeah, even though it might not be so relevant to everyone, but you know. My question is, did everyone have to study Robert Frost? Because we certainly had to when we were in high school. It was a big part of the curriculum to study poetry, which I think is an okay thing. But I don't know, maybe where you come from, they don't teach you poetry, or they don't make it part of the curriculum, which is perfectly fine as well. If you don't learn one thing, then you will learn another thing in its place. It's not like a one or nothing thing. We will get our education differently, and yeah. I do tend to make backgrounds a bit complicated, so I'm just gonna do a very simple. I'm just communicating ideas, and I have to remember that I'm not doing all the detail. I'm just communicating an idea. So, the idea of the woods here is that's perfectly fine, and then the cityscape here, that's okay like that as well. I don't need to have all of the detail in there, but that'll do. In terms of complexity, I think that kind of does the job. And yeah, this sketch here kind of makes it seem like I'm just talking about whether you live in the countryside or the city, and that's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm just taking two different ideas that are very easily symbolically recognizable and just putting them on the page. So you can see here on the left, you've got the round shapes, all of the trees and the bushes, all things of nature. And on the right, you've got the city. So there's just a contrast between two subjects. And I'm trying to show that there are two paths. And basically, that's what it is in the poem. Two paths, one not taken. And we're always choosing. We're always choosing. Look, that's where I'm going to end the stream tonight. I hope you had fun watching and joining. I am so grateful that you're here. Please give me the follow and like and comment. Please let me know what you're enjoying and what you'd love to see more of. Alright then, until next time, see you later.